Here is the man, Inspector.
Congratulations, Humphreys. So, my lad, one would say that you owe us a bit of an explanation for having left something with us. What is your full name and profession?
Sherlock Holmes, detective.
Consulting detective.
Well, how about that?
Mr. Holmes, can you explain this get-up, your presence in the neighbourhood despite my instructions, as well as this most opportune restitution of jewels?
Ooh, you just used a big word.
Not being under your command, I never understood what you said as an order, but rather as advice. I thought I
Didn't say.
to a certain extent. I intended to explain the stolen goods sooner or later. My presence here will allow me to fill you in on a few conclusions that...
If it is in regard to the Whitechapel murders, it won't help us much. We have no doubt that we will be revealing the identity of the murderer to the people in the area in a day or two.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I offer you my sincerest congratulations. Nonetheless, you should investigate a certain doctor.
Listen, Holmes, let us do our work. You've rid us of a great pain in the rear end by finding those jewels for us. It's weeks of work that you've saved us.
Oh, he seems grateful.
But I think you're a little underqualified for a case like that of Jack the Ripper. Until it's over, I demand that you do not set foot in the area. Is that clear?
I take note of your advice, Inspector. You mentioned Jack the Ripper. Pardon me, but you know the name of the murderer?
Oh, it's from a letter that the Central News Agency sent our way. It was written by the killer.
What?
And even if it can't be proven, it must be recognised that the signature...
They already
is
got the
striking.
letters?
This information is confidential, and I would ask you to keep it to yourself, Holmes.
Can I have a little look? Out of mere curiosity, Inspector. Then I shall disappear.
He's already sending the letters. Awesome.
In that case, I don't see any objection.
I like this
Thank you so
inspector.
much.
He's very cooperative. Well, as cooperative as he can be. Okay, Shez Penton. I keep on hearing that the police have caught me, but they won't fix me just yet. I have laughed when they look so clever and talk about being on the right track. That joke about Leather Apron gave me real fits. I am down on horrors, but I shan't quit ripping them till I get buckled. Grand work the last job was. I gave the lady no time to squeal. How can they catch me now? I love my work and I want to start again. You will soon hear from me with my funny little games. I have saved some of the proper red stuff in the syringe in a Genji's bin bottle over the last job to write with, but it went thick like glue and I can't use it. Red ink is light enough, I hope. Ha ha ha. The next job I do shall clip the lady's ears off and send to the police officers just for jolly, wouldn't you? Keep this letter back till I do a bit more work, then I'll give it out straight. My knife's so nice and sharp, I want to get to work right away if I get a chance. Good luck, yours truly, Jack the Ripper. Don't mind me giving the trade name. P.S. What's good enough to point this before I got all the red ink off my hands? Curse it. No luck yet. They say I'm a doctor now. Ha ha. Wasn't good enough to post this before I got all the red ink off my hands. Curse it. No luck yet. They say I'm a doctor now. Ha ha.
Me? Not up to discovering who Jack the Ripper is? Well, we'll soon find out. Dear boss letter signed Jack the Ripper that Abeline gave me, and above all, I now know why. This Tom Bulling was inspired by this fantastical character to build a myth out of the Whitechapel killer. Perhaps he would be receptive if I shared my discovery about him and prevent him from accusing Squippy. I must find him at once. My best bet would be to try my luck at the pub.
Oh, this is interesting. I think I see where this is going, and it's getting really interesting. No wonder they were having such a hard time catching this guy. Well, in theory, anyway. Watson, what are you doing here?
Ah, Holmes, I got your message, and here I am.
Here I am. Alright, let's go in.
Perfect, Watson. That oaf Bluto is looking for us with evil intentions, and he may be hiding here. I will try to get more information inside. You, Watson, will be our lookout, and at the slightest suspicious sound, do not hesitate to call the constable on his rounds.
Got it. Haven't you had the police pick up Bluto yet? There you are, you naughty, naughty boy.
Good evening, Mr. Bullock.
We know each other?
No, however, I have some information that may be of interest to you.
Talk, my friend. A pint for you if what you say is worth something. Does it have to do with the Whitechapel murders?
Indeed, I know the identity of the man who wrote a letter to the police, a letter entitled Dear Boss, in which the author claims to be the Whitechapel murderer and is signed Jack the Ripper.
What?
It's a journalist who was inspired by Spring Hill Jack in order to strengthen the credibility and the seriousness of his agency. This new Jack will give him some first-hand information that he, in turn, will dole out sparingly to the authorities, as well as some carefully distilled indiscretions that the big papers will come to beg of him.
You bastard!
He plays both sides off against one another and becomes the chief orchestrator of the rumour. He wrote this letter in this very spot, and he has red ink on his fingers. Like you.
You
What exactly
sneaky
are you after,
bastard!
my friend?
You've been threatening a certain Squibby to distribute a telegram naming him as a possible suspect in these murders in revenge for an old feud. I would suggest you don't write this note and that you leave Squibby alone.
I'd forgotten about the existence of that rapscallion. I threw that at him when I was visiting the station to get the dope. You should have seen his face.
You must also stop sending these letters that waste the authorities' precious time.
Right, well, I don't even know what you're talking about. I have a great relationship with the Bobbies. Just ask around. I don't have to answer to nobody. Now leave me alone.
Oh, hell. This bastard is throwing off the...
Farewell, sir.
Oh my god. So the letters were written by this asshole. You fucking prick.
Let's hurry to the police station, Watson. We are close to our goal. Squibby will be able to reveal what he knows about Tumblety.
Alright.
Squibby,
Oh, shit!
So that's it. You're a free man again. We were just coming to the station to find you.
Yeah, the Bobbies agreed to let me go and I came to see Bluto before ferreting you out. So, you've seen the newspaper man?
Yes, he is in the pub and everything is taken care of, but I'm waiting to hear what you have to say about Dr. Tumblety.
Okay, but we have to be quick. One night
Okay,
I
got
goes
it.
to see Bluto in his hideout that ain't far from the boarding house where this Tumblety bloke has a room. I see him coming in too. He must have been on one real binge. To the point, the Tumblety fella was there, and he smiles at me, all nice like. He tells me he's a great Yankee doctor, but my business interests him. I'm interested, I tell
Okay.
him, but I'm not the type to just jump right in without getting to know a person, see?
Got
He
it.
invites
Good,
me around
good,
to his
good
room
work
to
ethic.
talk business, just him and me. We empty a bottle or two, and all of a sudden, like, he wants to show me what he's got in this big trunk that he always carts around places. I just about vomited, see? In these jars, just like pickles, you know, there were pieces of meat. And he whispers that it's the lady bits of some old dames. He called them peckybins. I call them love killers, I would. Yeah. After that, he starts to go on about rich folk. They ain't nothing but dogs, and I won't tell you the worst of it. Then he comes all close to me and puts his sweaty hand on my leg. He was one of them types, not me. I don't wait a
Okay.
second before I give him a good thrashing, and I start running and let go of him, and he still wants to see me again just to talk business. But then I had to do time, so business.
Do you know where he can be found?
Why, ain't he in his digs? Maybe he got to liking life behind bars too. I heard that in some jobs there's a way to.
Thank you for your information, and we'll meet again, my friend. Here is the sum I promised to get you out of London.
Ciao, fella. I've just got a little score to settle with Bluto, and I'm heading for the country.
Alright, this is taking another odd turn. What's going on? Rabbi?
Lipsky!
Huh? What just happened?
My dear Watson, we must strike while the iron is hot. We have avoided meeting Dr. Tumblety until now. The time has come to do so.
Do you have an opinion, Holmes?
Shoot
We must
first,
assume
ask
ourselves
questions
that the
later.
factory collector of female organs and a murderer who removes said organs are resident in the same area at the same time is nothing more than coincidence.
Seriously?
I thought that you wouldn't bring me back your keys. Oh, it's you, Mr. Holmes. Good evening, Dr. Watson.
Hello, Not Barnes.
Indeed, it is I again. One of your tenants left without returning his keys?
Please say it
Yes,
wasn't
it's
Tumblety.
Dr.
Damn it!
Tumblety, whom we spoke about. Shortly after your last visit here, some constables came and asked me a few questions regarding him. Barely had they left than the doctor came barreling around a street corner and rushed up into his room upstairs. A little while afterwards, while I was tidying, I heard a thud in his room and a rush down the stairs. He left with most of his bags, but without returning his keys. You can go up and see if you wish. The door is still open.
Damn it! Just a little bit too late.
Careful, Watson. Do not walk around here until I've inspected these marks.
I know, Holmes, I know. I understand your methods.
Stay well back.
Ah, you have your rule and magnifying glass. I thought that you had forgotten
Fuck!
them, Holmes.
I never forget the essentials, my dear Watson.
This shit again.
Right foot, light trails. The man was running. Right foot, light trails. The man...
Man was running. Yeah, okay. Okay. Fuck, I hate this part. Never get it to work. Come on.
Size 13.
Awesome! Now, I'm thinking there's still stuff to look at around here.
This isn't water. Going by its sticky texture and odor, I'd say we're dealing with formalin. These are the footprints
Got
of a
it.
tall man who had recently stepped in formalin and who left this room in a hurry.
Well, can I walk on it and enter the room now, Holmes?
No! Do not... You're standing on evidence!
These footprints are the same as those found in front of the door.
Got it. So, let's see around here. All the fun things. Hello?
Going by its size, this enormous trunk must be a wardrobe. These brackets are rather unusual. What do you think, Watson?
Let's see, Holmes. These are the names of the battles from the American Civil War.
How do you know that? Oh yeah, you were in the military. Fort Sumter, Amity, Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, the Morrow, the Key, Vicksburg. Approximate core house.
Let's see. 5 latches, each fitted with a 6-number combination system.
Okay.
I am under the impression that the dates written correspond to the battles, Holmes, but one is missing. I am under the impression...
What? What? What's going on? Alright, we will stop messing around with this puzzle for now, but we will return to it a bit later.
There are a few pieces of a large glass jar in this puddle. The man who left the footprints on the ground must have walked in it while fleeing. These footsteps must be those of Squibby. He must have hit Tumblety, who dropped one of his jars.
And he ran out. Elementary, Holmes.
Perfect, Watson.
What is that?
There are a few pieces of...
That looks like a uterus, or something.